And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Colts and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback, now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
On the move past the 40. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 59 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still got the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Down at the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Ryan. And he wisely will throw that one away. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And taken down just shy of the 40. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. It doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goedert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Hurts gets this to Sanders, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 31 yards. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So leaving at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving.
So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
We've been in enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half, this is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
They go play action with Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, is that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Ryan. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Ryan finding Pittman there for the Colts' first down. Ryan. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Colts. Paris Campbell from 4 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. On first down, Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. They'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter.
And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Room here to run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Ryan. And his pass incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From just shy of midfield, Hurts is going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for the lead, and it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Throwing now is Ryan. Finding Pittman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Ryan. That's complete to Pierce. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Pass complete to Alec Cox. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Ryan to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. This from long, very long range. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Down inside the 40.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Fast footwork by Sanders. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. The kick by Elliott is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Eagles, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.